Well, isn't this fun? You chose to venture in these back alleys by yourself after hearing all those terrible rumors about what's lurking around here these days. You haven't? Joy. Let me fill you in.
Who's got that foxy face behind a dozen masks? Who's playing chess against the universe and setting it to task? Who's got the wit, the grit, the guile on parchments stretching miles and miles? Who seems to always have a question set to ask? Who's got a devious, conniving little scheme? Who's going to probe your deepest secrets and discover what you dream? Who's gonna learn of that which drives you to control you and deprive you? It's the real deal, but never as it seems.
Loyal to none, like a loaded gun that you do much, much more than bite. They're hiding whispers and lies, oh what a fun surprise. If you knew what they know, would you be wrong or right? On a completely different level, they're a completely different devil. They've got the flame and you're the moth, they're the Arcanaloth.
Oh, you think that's bad enough? It just gets worse.
Born from your henna with a steel-trapped mind, all the platitudes and pleasers and the thank yous keep you blind to their monstrous and manic machinations. Not a sign it's ever born upon their mug, tip you off that they're unkind. Yes, they're shrewd and never rude, with a buttered attitude, sliding into your good graces with too many practiced faces. Well, it's all a giant game, and they're the best you'll hear them claim, so they can tear and wreck and maim and never leave you much the same. It's just their nature to entrance, cause they're trying to advance in a war of vast proportions. Hold the door and slam their toes against the stance, and you're next on their plate. You could not anticipate, all your time is growing late. When you came all unprepared, now you're scared, cause you hear their claws are bared. Little morsel perfect type, time to pick you cause you're ripe. Not a chance you can escape, feel the sweat roll down your name. You can run now if you feel right. Joyous meaty meal. What waits? Now before you tear and flee and try to dodge your swift demise, I will inform you that our meeting is a blessing in disguise. For though this contract in my hands was very clear in its demands that you should be exterminated, I'm elated as it stands to inform you that this form is ever malleable, true. Now hear my plan, it's on the table that this could in fact help you. So allow me if I may, now please don't scoff, fill my coffers with a counteroffer, and I'll be off. Surely you've a couple of nest eggs, what with those fancy clothes, you're not living by the dock's dregs. You always loathe having people get the better of you. Let's make a pact, I'll consider it a pleasure, really. Now it's a whole and truthful fact that the person who conscripted me to stop you in the street has a good amount of coin that could make both our purses sweet. So if you're willing to negotiate and meet my heady price, well, I'll suffice to say it's nice to do some business with some men instead of mice. Wonderful. I'll stop by later with the details and a few other things you must obtain, for after all, this enemy is well prepared. Don't look so glum. When this is over, you'll have a much easier reign. Now get some rest and try not to look so scared. And a good evening to you, my lord. For soon both parties will be put to the sword, and with nobles this gullible, who could ever get bored? Yes, we're the ones who are always dressed to kill, the sharpest tongues, the quickest hands, the strongest will. Till I'm atop the fiendish food chain, never stopping with my big brain blaze to praise myself on praising prey for thrill. To foolish mortals, yes, I'll say whatever it takes to have them climb and shred and claw themselves apart against the stakes. I'm on top of all fools who bend and break against the rules, and the real deal against the feel and fame.
Loyal to none, like a loaded gun, my teeth do much, much more than bite. I hide whispers and lies, oh what a fun surprise. If you knew what I know, would you be wrong or right? On a completely different level, I'm a completely different devil. I got the flame and you're the moth, I'm the Arcanaloth.
Thanks for listening to today's look at the fiendishly grinning fox, the Arcanaloth. Have you ever encountered one of these antagonistic archivists in one of your adventures? Let us know in the comments below. Special thanks to my Full Citrus patrons, to whom I've scribbled an acknowledgement in one of the books of keeping. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you'd like to help the channel more, head on over to my Patreon page. Your contributions help keep the songs coming. Now go forth, and enjoy that long rest.